This is absolutely first class. Welcome back. Walking back to the channel. God, it's steep. And thank goodness I haven't got very far to walk. This time I've come to the North York Moors National Park in search of my perfect early winter wild camp. I have tried to follow the weather. I don't think it's going to happen. There's a bit of clag on the tops and I think it might be set in, but I'm forever hopeful. Right, well, I'm back on the flat now. I might be able to get a chance to get my breath back. And even so, there's 50 metres worth of visibility. Some of you might recognise where I am. I was last here in the middle of the year when I was doing the lightweight walk, and I've come back to try a camp at the Wainstones, possibly somewhere over to Kringle Moor. I'll have a look, I'll see where the weather's likely to be best. I might need to drop down a little bit, but I'm sure I'll find somewhere. So there's a ton of options by the Wainstones. Just start moving in that direction, away from the path. There's plenty of opportunity to get snuggled away there, that's for sure. As you can see, up ahead, the top of Kringle Moor is just to say in the cloud. I'm pretty convinced I'll get somewhere decent there and get a view towards the east. Be great for a sunrise. And it has just gone 2 o'clock. So I've got a couple of hours before sunset. And at least I've got about an hour to decide where I'm going to throw the tent up. I don't want to put it up too early. Right, well, the hard work starts here again. See how long this takes. So I didn't make it quite to the top of Kringle Moor. I don't think there's much point in going that further. Not going to be able to see anything, and it's not as if I haven't been there before. And if the weather's good in the morning, I might have a little look then. But for now, I've found a great place to pitch. Lovely patch of flattened grass there. I'm pretty sure there's been a few people camp here in the past. I'm pretty sure I've seen it on YouTube, and that's just going to be perfect. So I've probably got around about an hour of daylight left, if that. I think it's about time I got set up. Initially when I set up, the clag was in, and as you can see over my shoulder, it's gone a bit now. I'm not complaining too much. The only thing is, I know I'm quite visible from the path, and also if there's anyone eagle-eyed in the valley below, they might be able to spot my tent. So I'm going to try and be as discreet as I can, and just make the most of this evening. It's been 1 or 2 walkers just making the last of the light. Other than that, that's about it. So I'm going to get set up inside, then we're going to get some hot food on. So I'll show you my setup. I've gone for the OEX Leviathan 900 again. I'm expecting it to be quite colder tonight than it was when I was out last week. I've got my pillow, I've got a sleeping bag liner, my thermarest pad, and underneath I've just got my foam mat, which I've started using, and that's coming in quite handy. So just while I wait for the water to boil, I'm really sorry. I've got the hippie tea bags again. I've got a load of them to use up. And in all fairness, they're not that bad, and it's a nice warm drink. There's no caffeine, and it won't disrupt me if I'm trying to get to sleep tonight. I haven't got a fire pot meal again. I've gone for one of those bachelor's pasta and sauces. Gone for chicken and mushroom this time. It's a little bit different, but they do the trick. And they're not too bad nutritionally either. They kind of compare to that. And if all you're interested in is getting calories in when you've been walking all day, you can't go too far wrong anyway. To balance that out, I've got a little bit of beef jerky. That's great to snack on. And For later, I have got another dessert. Just keep watching and I'll show you what that is. My missus has been busy in the kitchen again. I'm really looking forward to that. That's superb. As you can see, the Crag's well and truly in now. It'll just provide me a bit of cover from whatever's going on in the valley below. Right, let's have a look and see what dried concoction this is. There you go. It's not that appetising. Let's see what it tastes like. Well, it's cooked through. It's not bad, but I do prefer the cheesier sauce. Well, you live and learn, don't you? Right, I'll see that off and then I'll bring you back for dessert. Right, so the big reveal. And tonight, my missus has made apple and cinnamon cake. I had a little bit before I came out, so I know it's really good, but I'll just give you a little test now. There you go. No custard tonight. Cake's nice and moist. Doesn't need any loosening up. Fantastic. As I said in the last video, if there's any sort of pudding or cake you want to see my missus make for me to enjoy my camp, just leave a comment below and I'll see what I can do for you. It's really good. And if you've enjoyed the video, leave a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you've not done so already. It won't cost you anything. You don't have to buy me out. And all that interaction helps the channel grow, and I do really appreciate it. Anyway, going to see the rest of this off now. So I can't believe how mild it is. I've been sitting here since I got here with the tent door fully open. There's absolutely no wind at all. And the Crag's come in, which is fine, I guess. It was to be expected. But I brought my Kindle with me. I've got 2 new books that I'm reading. And I think one of the benefits of having a Kindle is that you can download a sample of the book beforehand before you decide whether you're going to buy it, which is always really handy. So the first one's about the Brighton bombing by the IRA in the 1980s. And the second one is about a Russian double agent who was active in Britain during the 70s and 80s. So I'll give those 2 books a cut of looking at, and then I think I'll get my thermals on and get into bed. But at the moment, there's no need to get wrapped up. It's really mild. Right, well, I'm nicely ensconced in my sleeping bag. I'm just having another cup of warm tea. And I've got a belly full of warm food as well. It makes all the difference. I've just checked the weather forecast for tomorrow. It's meant to be a really glorious morning. Fingers crossed it is, and should get some great views as well. Mind you, I said that last time. And I should have about an hour's walk back to the car, so nothing too strenuous. But if I'm honest, I've really struggled with my pack weight this time. All that extra weight is taking its toll a little bit. I weighed my pack today before I set off, before I put all my water in. I had about half a litre of water in there, and it weighs in at over 14 kilos. So with an extra couple of litres of fluid, soon would bump it up to 16 kilos, and I'm really feeling it. What I think I'll do is I'll make another video about what I carry for my winter kit, and maybe if anyone's got any suggestions, they can let me know how I can shave a few grams off here and there, or maybe invest in some new kit that's going to be up to the job of a UK winter, but also a lot lighter than what I've got already. That said, I don't have an infinite amount of cash. That'll be the main driver behind it, but you never know. Right, well, unless anything happens, I'll bring you back in the morning. That was a pretty good night's sleep. I managed to nod off around about 10:30, and then I think I was awake again around about 3 for a little while and nodded back off, but lovely and warm. I see the temperature just inside the porch is about 6.5 degrees. Pretty similar outside, to be honest. Just no wind, beautiful. And I've got the time-lapse camera set up because I'm hoping it's going to be a fantastic sunrise. Fingers crossed for that. Right, I'm going to enjoy this hot coffee and then I'm going to get my breakfast. Well, what a cracking morning. Just enjoying that walk out now. Just seeing the distance Roseberry topping. This is absolutely first class. And this is the only decision I've got to make this morning, is whether to go back over the route that I came, back through the Wainstones, or take a low level route through the woods that'll loop back round to the car. Could be quite messy underfoot, but it's slightly shorter and it makes for a round trip. So I think I'll stick with that. So these footpaths aren't too bad. They're a bit sticky in places, but I might even get back to the car with dry feet. I've really enjoyed these last 2 winter camps. Yeah, the weather's been mild and it's not always been kind, but waking up to mornings like that just makes it all worthwhile. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe if you've not done so already, and I'll see you next time.